Welcome to Bienville Studios. My name is JT Nesbitt. We have a very special motorcycle to talk about today and a wonderful story that goes along with it. In 1952, when Indian motorcycles went out of business, the second largest producers of motorcycles in the United States was located at 400 Carrollton Avenue right here in New Orleans. This is a Simplex automatic. This motorcycle was designed and manufactured by Joseph Treen, a very special character. Treen founded his company in 1935, making a very simple, lightweight motorcycle. At the time, there was no bikes filling this category that were made in the United States. A careful study of the design of this machine reveals some very interesting thought behind it. One of the fascinating things about this motorcycle is its chassis. This is a twin loop, all extruded and electrically welded chassis. At the time, typical construction for motorcycle chassis would be cast and lugs with brazed tubes. It really wasn't until Rex McCandless in 1948 came out with the Norton featherbed frame that this sort of construction methodology was reintroduced, I will say. Now, this bike doesn't have any rear suspension, but you can see that there's a continuous piece of tubing from the rear axle that wraps all the way up to the headstock, then back down around the engine, and then back to the rear axle plate. There's two of those, one on either side, and it's a really strong chassis. Interestingly, this motorcycle has a mag dyno, which means that behind this cover, there is an electrical device that not only generates electricity to run the lighting, it also is timed to the engine to generate spark. So a single set of windings to do both jobs. This wonderful little machine also features a centrifugal clutch and a CVT. That means constantly variable transmission. It's two pulleys that are centrifugally actuated to reduce or increase the rear drive gearing. The engine itself is fairly primitive, two-stroke, twin plug head, rotary induction, 150 cc's and about 2 horsepower. Joseph Treen was such an interesting guy. He was part of the war effort. These little motorcycles were flown in behind German lines and dropped with paratroopers to have messenger communications. They were bought by the Army Corps, and even after World War II, they still were purchased by the US government. A lot of Western Union message delivery was done on these little motorcycles. Joseph Treen also invented the kickstand, if you can believe that. He was the first guy to pioneer employer-based group health insurance, and he also built the first air-conditioned factory in North America. This particular motorcycle is a 1958, which is sort of near the end of production. They made these pretty much the same with slightly different improvements over the years from 1935 to 1960. By 1960, this motorcycle was completely outclassed by the Japanese offerings. In many ways, I've dedicated my entire life to keeping Joseph Treen's legacy of manufacturing innovative motorcycles here in New Orleans alive. I'm the sole keeper of the flame, and I think that he would be quite proud of the work we're doing on the Magnolia 4.